everybody. Welcome to my Suburban Oasis. As you can see, I'm sitting on a pile of fresh wood chips. These were dumped here after I got my hickory tree taken down in the backyard from some arborists. They are pine, so they smell absolutely fantastic. And what I'm going to do now is use them around my yard. I'm going to put them around the base of some trees, and I will show you also how I'm using them to establish a no-dig bed around a few bushes that I planted earlier this year and had only mulched around the small bottoms of the bushes, and now I've spread out these wood chips to be able to cover the ground around them to create a full bed. So let's go. One of the good things about mulching in the winter is after the ground freezes, it's a great time to get it down because then it helps keep the ground frozen and can help prevent heaving from the changing temperatures. If it gets warmer during the winter and the soil warms up, it can actually push new plants out of the ground. There's definitely pros and cons to getting free chips from an arborist. The pro is free, no cost to you. The con is you might end up with some small sticks, branches, twigs, leaves, other debris like that, but that's okay. I'll just use the small sticks in the fire. Okay, so here's the first bed where I put the wood chips around to make the bed, and I have 3 different plants in this. They're shrubs that have been protected from the deer. This is a blue muffin viburnum. I have a black magic elderberry and another blue muffin viburnum. And you'll say, Soleil, why in the world did you put the mulch so high? It's about 6 inches thick, I would say, and that's because this is very airy mulch mix and there's lots of different materials in there. It's a soft wood, so it should break down fairly quickly, and my guess is that by the early to mid-spring next year it will only be a couple inches. Now the other thing that is important here that you'll want to know is I did not mulch right up inside to the trunk or the branches that are coming out from the root of the plant. There's a nice deep hole in there, so this will just help to keep them from rotting out or being buried, and it will also allow for the plant to receive plenty of water down to its root system. The mulch is also so thick because it will kill off all of the grass and vegetation that is there and turn it into a lovely garden bed. So that's one area, and I apologize, my nose is definitely running due to the cold today and my allergies. And then over here, if you follow me, you know I planted a, let's see, autumn blaze maple. It is a red maple and a silver maple kind of combined. The neat thing about it is it does have red on its new growth, and in addition to that, it has really beautiful red foliage in the fall. So this right here, again, I made a bigger mound around this one, piled it up fairly high, not quite as high as the other one because the grass over here is not as thick, but I would say this is about 5 inches high. And then I kept it again away from the trunk of the tree to make sure that it would be protected from any disease, not being buried, its roots could get water. And this one really does have to compete with 2 maples that my neighbor have in their yards that are kind of towards the end of their lifespan. You can see the branches are breaking and dying off. So I'm assuming that within the next 5 years or so, we'll probably lose both of those, or they will lose both of those, and the shade will be greatly reduced. And I'm hoping this will take the place to help provide some shade for our front yard once that happens, and we won't have to worry about it. All right, I need to get a few more loads, and then I'm going to do similar work in my backyard. Okay, so here we are in my way back. This is the cherry tree that we planted, and I've gotten some mulch around it, and again, staying away from the stem in the front. And the view from that back to my house looks like this. So you can't even barely see the house, but it should grow up tall enough so that you can see the blooms and the leaves to be able to provide some interest over the hill. All of these trees that I have planted back here, the plan is that they will help to fill in from the loss of the hickory tree for nature. And I have a red maple here as well. And so this one probably is the largest tree that I planted back here. I haven't gotten any mulch around that one yet, but I do need to do that. And then the other tree that I just mulched with some of the mulch is this other plum tree. Oh, excuse me, is this a plum tree? Yes, it's a Burbank plum. Yes. So excited about that one. That one is actually a fruit-bearing plum as opposed to just being ornamental. So I'm hopeful that that one will grow well because we really love plums in my family. I'm not sure how many years it will take to get them, but we'll definitely be watching it next spring to see how well it grows. I think the leader on it is a little bit damaged at the top right now. The rest of it still does look healthy. As you can see, it's a bit dried out. So I think we'll have to make sure in the spring that we get a nice leader branch going as soon as we start to see new growth. Well guys, that's all for today. I'm going to do a few more loads. Thanks for joining me. I hope you learned a little bit about how to use arborist wood chips in your garden, and especially why it's good to mulch after the ground freezes if you haven't gotten any mulch down yet. Thanks for joining me today. If you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up, click the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm getting so warm, my glasses are fogging up. Click that notification bell so you can get notified when a new video comes out. Bye!